All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to build out the podcast page. Okay, so let's go over a brief summary of what we're going to be building in this lecture. So it's going to be previous to the other lectures. We're going to build out the navigation by copying that over. The page name, same thing. We'll bring over the daily podcast text, and then we'll build out this, all these, by copying and pasting from the previous video, the Learn Tech Now page, okay? And all we're going to do is change out the text here. So from watch to listen and video to audio, okay? So we're going to do that all the way down. And this one, you'll notice when I built this out, I didn't change this from podcast to audio, so we'll make that fix, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing in this lecture. So let's jump into our starter file where we have built out a total of 3 pages, actually 4, and they look fantastic, by the way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically copy this page over and then just change out the text, okay? Because that's really all that we need to do for this page. And like I said before, when you can copy and paste content, do it, because there's no reason to build everything out from scratch when you have groups and templates basically already built out. So, because you want to get the projects done as quickly as you can, not as slowly as you can, you know what I'm saying? So, that way you can get on to the next project. So, what I'm going to do is let's go to the finished product and let's copy before we copy this, let's go back to the starter page again. And we're going to copy the nav bar and also the page name, okay? So I'll copy the nav bar first. I'll right click on that and hit copy. Bring it over, we'll paste it in. And then I'll copy the page name, okay? And we'll change this from Learn Tech Now to podcast. And then I'm going to zoom in. Okay, and I want to bring this over and center the text here. Let's see. Okay. That looks beautiful there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy the text from our final project. So daily podcast. And instead of daily podcast, it should be daily podcasts. Well, let's see. Actually, no, I'm right. Daily podcast is right. Actually, daily videos doesn't make sense unless I do daily videos. But I digress. I'll paste this in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy this group. So the daily videos group, right? We're going to copy the entire group. So let's do this. I'm going to delete daily podcast. Okay, wait, I didn't want to do that. All right, let's see here. Let me go inside a page name. We're going to delete daily podcast. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the daily videos. I'm going to right click on that and copy it. And then we're going to paste it in here. Okay, and we'll do daily podcast. So we'll change this from daily videos to daily podcast. Okay. And we'll change this to daily podcast. Okay. And on the final product, I had audio, but I think it's more appropriate to put podcast there. So we're going to put podcast. Okay. And we'll make sure it's all caps. And then I'm going to also make sure it's centered the best that we can. And then we'll copy that and we'll do the same down here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. One thing you're going to notice too is if you have the caps on, the keyboard shortcut of Z will not work. So you have to turn the caps off, then you can zoom in, and then you can move the text where you want it. There we go. So I'll copy that again, right click and copy. Okay, we'll go down. And let's see here. Whoops. Let's see how far I went here. My zoom command here is going wild. All right, here we go. So we'll do the same thing here. Paste that in. So Command V, or we can just, really? Okay, hold on a second. It did not copy, and I don't know why. So I'll double click again on podcast, right click and copy, and then we'll double click on video and paste. Okay, Command S to save, and then I'm going to zoom in, and then I'm going to line this up so it's where it needs to be. Beautiful. Command S, and then I will Command C or right click and copy. Okay, and then we'll bring this down to the next row. And then paste that in with Command V. And line it up again. Beautiful. Save that. I also am going to change out the word watch for listen. Okay, and we'll line this up. Okay, so that's where it needs to be. And then I'll copy that. And we'll change out watch here. Okay, we'll bring that over. Beautiful. And then I'll copy this. And then do the same up here. Right click and paste it. Command S to save. And then we'll line that up. So we got 137. And we got, beautiful, right there. Okay, so all those are lined up. And then we'll change out this one too. So I'll copy this one, right click and copy. And then we're going to paste here. And that's just so we're caught up. And now what I'm going to do, going down, since I only have one left, is I'm going to change the text of both video and watch every time I go down the line here. And that's what I recommend doing, and I wasn't doing it myself. So I'm going to definitely do that now, because it also speeds up the process. So let's go here and we'll do listen. Okay, turn the caps off, and then we'll move this around so it's lined up. Beautiful. Command S to save. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the footer. So we'll go to the previous page, which is LearnTech Now. I'll right click on the footer, hit copy, and we'll bring it over and we'll paste it in. Okay, so now we have the podcast page done. Okay, so let's go over what we built real quick. So we copied the navigation over and the page name over and all the assets inside of it. Then we copied the daily video, or daily videos, I should say. We copied this entire group, and then we just changed out the content from video to podcast, and from watch, the watch button, to the listen button. Okay. Now we're going to do this again in the next video as well when we do blog. So we're going to change it from daily podcast to daily blog, and then from listen to read. All right. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.